Madam, Doctor, unmute your mic. Madam, we cannot hear your voice. No.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Madam, about the slides, you need to share with me because only the one who create the broadcast can share the slide.
Okay, I'll send to you now.
Okay.
Okay, are we good now?
Yes, yes. Sorry, madam. I think we should wait for other students to join the live session because only 6 watching now.
Okay.
Okay. 2 minutes. Okay. We wait for 2 minutes until 3:13 p.m. Yeah. Because only a few join right now.
Okay, no problem. We are going to, you can always record this and make this on public kan for
Yeah.
future reference.
Yes, sir. That's right, madam. Madam, how are you today?
Hectic.
Hectic. You've been busy from the morning?
Yes, morning I had task met to the legal aspect students. And then I have master class from 6 to 9 today. And then after this session, I have to prepare dinner. There's event lah tonight at home.
Okay, already 3:13 p.m. right now. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Do you guys hear my voice? Is my voice clear? I hope my voice is clear lah. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening. I bid to all our brothers and sisters, and to our beloved speaker, Dr. Irwani. We start our sharing session today with Umur Kitab Al-Fatihah. Okay, so before we begin, I already asked Dr. Irwani how are you, Doctor? And Doctor has been busy from the morning, and after this, Doctor also busy too to prepare for the event at night, right, Doctor?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
routine. It's a routine. No with that. It's part and parcel of life.
Okay. Okay, first of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this sharing session, and let me introduce myself. My name is Karatul Najwa. You can call me Najwa. I'm third year Islamic Finance Students, and I will be responsible for hosting this sharing session for today. And I am glad to welcome our guest of honor, Associate Professor Datin Dr. Nurdianawati Irwani Bt Abdullah, Dr. Irwani. Thank you so much, Doctor, for accepting our request
Okay, my
to share the
pleasure.
insightful. Yeah. Um, okay, so do you guys know what our topic for today's sharing is? Okay, basically, our topic is how to be a good student. And this topic is very close to me as I am a student, and I know you guys also student like me also, and we may lack many ways to be a good student. Hence, I believe that with the inputs that Doctor will be sharing, my fellow friends, and we can improve ourselves as a student. So please stay tuned and stay until the end of the sharing session. And I also welcome you to write any question in the chat box while Dr. Iwan is giving the talk. And we will choose and pick the question and answer it during the Q&A session. Okay, for the first sharing, Doctor, can you please briefly introduce yourself, like your background, your past student's life, something like that. Okay, without further ado, I will pass the floor to Dr. Irwani.
Okay, thank you to Sister Khairiyatul Najwa. I guess you my students as well before, right?
Yes, last two SEM
Last two
for
SEM.
Form 8 class.
Oh, the one who got affected by pandemic COVID.
Yes.
Seriously affected because that was like a trial period for us
Yes, yeah.
for the remote teaching and learning.
Yeah.
Uh, as you all know, I have quite a very long name, but you can just call Madam. I've been serving the kuliah for the past 20 years. My subject includes legal aspect, Qur'an, takaful, and Islamic finance related subjects. I'm married with 6 children so far. I live in PJ, which you are most welcome. That's all.
Okay. Next. I think Doctor want to share the slides
Yeah,
about
I
the.
prepared simple slides because
Uh-huh.
this is online session. I
Yeah.
guess it would be better to have like this interactive session, having something to share in order
Yeah.
to maintain your focus to the session.
Yeah. Because this evening we also sleepy, right?
Yeah, me too. In fact,
Uh-huh.
actually, me too. I've been going to bed at 2 in the morning. 3 days straight. 3 days, very hectic. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now you can present.
Okay. You haven't made it in presentation mode. Shall I begin now? Karyato?
Yes, madam, yes.
Okay, similarly, like you and all of you here, this topic is very dear to me. And I think it is relevant to all of us because we are always students. Okay? In whatever capacity that we are holding now, we are always students. We are polyglot. We are students in various capacities. And that's the reality. Okay? We in this life, we are actually going through a madrasah of life, the school of life. Okay, what you are facing now is a formal school, and also which is also part of the whole grand master school of life. Okay, whereby every single time, day and moment is always a moment of learning. Okay, and there are certain things that are within your control, and but there are lots more which are beyond your control. But what are among the things that are within your control? That is by making yourself clear on how to become a good student, either to this to the course, either to the university, to the kuliah, or to your own life. Right. Actually, an old picture featured some of my friends. Okay, next. Can you put in presentation mode? Kan tu? Betul tak?
I don't know, not me.
Can you please, the one
Yeah.
who control the slide, put in the presentation mode? Ada yang bawah sekali, yang top ayat, that one. Okay. These are the, this is just something that to show that you are part and parcel of the whole institution. At least when you're talking from the perspective of IIUM, okay, being part of the IIUM community. These are among the important components of a highly impactful institution. That IIUM is our dear institution, okay, a blue valley, okay, a blue valley that although you now may feel some sort of difficulties or sufferings having gone through like a 4 years journey, but believe me, soon when you have been over that journey, okay, when you have reached the end of the journey, you have graduated, you will definitely miss your moments as students. Okay? Because this, for me, being a student are like being in Jannah lah. Okay, you have no other difficulties except difficulty as students. Maybe you are lacking in certain resources, for example, financial resources. But apart from that, you are like in blissful life. Apart from that, so please cherish your time in IUM. So apart from you as students, there are also educator, okay, institutional members, okay, non-academic staffs and other workers, including the cleaners, the gardeners, the drivers, all that are parts of the highly impactful institutions. Okay, next one. So now, what makes a good student? What a good student should do? Okay, how to be a good student? Okay, to be a good student, to be a successful student, to be able to survive in this long journey, either at this IUM or soon after that. I mean, throughout your life journey in madrasatillah. Okay, you need to have 5 things. You need to have 5 things. Next, next slide, please. You need to have 5 things. Only 5 things, not much. Only 5, not 10, not 20, not 100. Only 5. In order to survive, to be a good student, please keep these 5 things in mind and put into part and parcel of your student's routine. Next slide, please. Who's controlling the slide?
I know.
Okay. First, because I cannot see my slides moving, but it's okay lah. Okay, first, you need, okay, first, you need to manage your health. I keep on saying the same thing in my class, repeating the same thing. You need to manage your health. Okay, health is wealth. Uh, don't be so proud of you that, oh, I'm very healthy, I'm still young. No, you need to invest in your health because the effect of this investment now from the early semester, from the middle of the semester, it will be useful for you when you are really going to face the war at the end of the semester, is final exam. Health means you manage your, I mean, in terms of your food intake, okay, your quality of sleep, at least food and quality of sleep. Food, okay, focus on healthy food. I don't know how you're going to manage that, but I guess it's all on you lah. Okay, okay, don't resort to Maggie all the time or junk food all the time because that is rubbish. You just imagine that these are all rubbish. You are putting rubbish in you. So how can you expect to be focusing in your class or even during the exam? How this rubbish can help you to gain energy, okay, and the positivity in you, okay, because you are what you eat. You are what you eat. And also your sleep, quality sleep. Okay, for your age, you are between 19, 20 to 24, 25, right? For your age, the best sleep, quality sleep is at least 5 to 6 hours. Okay, not like baby, like baby 10 hours, but you're no longer baby. But 5 to 6 hours quality sleep, quality sleep. Because I know some of you, your lifestyle, and now it's time for you to, yeah, you use the justification at night, madam. I need to relieve myself. So I play PUBG. For the sisters, we like to watch K-drama, kan? But if we watch K-drama, difficult for us to stop, kan?
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
it's very intoxicated. At the end of each series, we cannot wait to continue with the next series. See? So you need
Yes,
to have
that's right.
self-control. Why? You just remember, I need to get enough sleep. Yes, K-drama, but I have to stop somewhere because I love myself more than Hyun Bin, for example. I love K-drama as
Wow.
well, but I don't have time. Can you imagine if I watch K-drama non-stop? So what's going to be, happen to my family and my
Yeah.
students? uh, so please try to make yourself healthy, okay, in order to be a good student. In order to be a good student, try to manage your health properly, okay, by having a good quality food intake and a quality sleep. Remember that. All right. Um, secondly, you need to manage your time. You need to manage your time properly. Yeah, if we list our work and deadline as if even there are 25 hours per day, it will never be enough actually. Because our work I don't know, never ending our work. But the time is always 24 hours only. But our task, our work would be never ending. Okay? Including for entertainment. Entertainment is also part and parcel of our life. We need entertainment as well. But you have to manage your time. Yeah. Okay, how much that you need to be spent for studying, for group work, for getting a healthy food. You have to invest in your time. How many time that I can reward myself for entertainment, for exercise, whatnot. Because time, you cannot do anything for those time who has already passed. Okay, even the current time, okay, you have to deal it as quick as possible. Otherwise, it's going to be like a history. So you don't be nostalgic anymore when the time has already passed. But what you can do is to manage your time, your future time, by learning from all the schools of experience. Okay? Because you are in the schools of life, right? So this is your life experience. You learn from the previous times. You learn from the previous semester. How did you study online? Although it's online assessment, you have like 24 hours of open book exam, but it was quite stressful, right? Although it's open book, the stress to that extent is more stressful than a face-to-face assessment or 3 hours
Yes,
assessment. Oh,
yes, madam.
yeah, because why? Time management. Time management. Okay, you are kind of last minute. I understand it because I'm also kind of last minute person. Okay. Oh, I don't know why, but whenever we are at last minute stage, our mind work really better lah. Last minute person. However, you need to be consistent. Invest in your time for the necessaries. Okay. Now, what are your priority is to complete this study as soon as possible on time. No delay, no postponement, no. Don't ever think of becoming a super senior student. Okay, try to finish your students on time. On time, unless if you really like your IELTS so much that you want to spend more time at IUM. But again, you know, all that times are your investment. Okay, time are your investment. So please manage your investment wisely so that you'll be able to enjoy the proceeds, enjoy the profits from your investment later on, especially during the final assessment and when you obtain your grades, okay, letter, okay, in order for you to continue your journey throughout this school of life or school in IUM life. So that's the second. The second thing that you need to do that a good student should manage. That is manage your time wisely. You can do the timetable. My student know my style. I prepare the whole planner for the whole semester, kan? With
Yes,
all the
yes, yes.
deadlines, with all the
Yeah.
holidays. Why? To assist my student to be aware of the deadlines. And most of the deadline, I make it earlier because I know some of you are like last minute student. And also, I put the deadline, for example, for note pun I put as an assignment. Why? I'm
Yes.
forcing you to study earlier on. Okay? I'm facilitating you. I'm helping you to study consistently. Okay? Yeah, because whenever we prepare, then you will realize, then I understand the lecture. Because you
Yeah,
will
that's right. That's right.
not focus, lots of distractions. But when madam forced me to prepare notes and have a deadline, even deadline pun, some students, I don't know, hardly observe the deadlines. But again, for me, my main concern is the outcome. Okay, we are here as educator. We are not to punish you. We want to teach you the quality of work. Okay, to be able to submit your work on time, to be able to work in a team. Okay, to have these skills, soft skills as students. For example, skill to work in a team, skill to manage your time, skill to manage your health. All these are part of our responsibilities as educators. Okay, so that's time. Remember, you have to compete with time. Otherwise, you will be killed by time. Now we are in week 6. We still have about how many weeks left?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be Ramadan. Maybe in terms
Yeah.
of quality, it will not be. I don't know. But for me, Ramadan should not be the reason to slow down your quality. Rather, it should be the boosting factor
Yes.
for you to have a better quality in your study and in your life as well, because it is the opportunity for us to let our stomach rest. Okay, sometimes when we eat too much, it reduce our productivity. Wallahu alam. Again, it relates to the earlier point. Okay, have food intake. The taste of food will shape your level of energy. Okay, the next thing that a good student should do or should manage. Okay, thirdly, you need to manage your inner peace. You need to manage your inner peace, your spiritual, your emotional quality, EQ, SQ, emotional quality, spiritual quality, to manage your inner peace. Because this is very important, very essential in order for you to have a good mechanism in managing your stress level, because stress is part of life. You cannot run away from stress. It's everywhere, especially when you are forced to do something that you dislike. Then you
Yes.
can easily got stressed out lah. Okay, because when you do something that you like, okay, it's called passion, right? Passion.
Yeah.
But when you do something that, or you are forced to do something that you do not really like, for example, you need to study Quran, for example, kan, apa ni Quran kan? They do ask us to memorize all this magazine and explain, and you really don't have time even to memorize Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 9. Really not very difficult. Okay, okay, but that's part of life. Because in this life, sometimes we need to do things that we dislike.
Yeah.
And for that, we can easily get stressful. And this stressful or stress is good. It's good somehow because it gives you an energy. It gives you energy. When you're
Yes.
stressful,
Yes.
you have the energy to do something powerful and impactful because you really worried if you do not perform. If you are in comfort zone, what we call hero tak gaduh kan. So the performance may be affected and also the result, right? But that's the thing. It's how you manage that, how you manage the inner peace, how to get that inner peace. Please do something. You need that. How to get the inner peace. Okay? Of course, your lecturer, maybe your guru, your ustad may have shared how to get the inner peace. You have to invest in managing your inner peace. For example, focus in your prayer. Try to focus, for sure, in your prayer. Try to understand the recitation in the prayer. Okay? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We praise Allah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We praise Allah. Who is Allah? The Lord of this universe. Very powerful. Very powerful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Rahim. Again, praising Allah, the one who is very compassionate. Malik Yawmiddin. The Lord, even during the day of judgment. That's why a good person, a good student, is the one who believes in Allah, in belief in all those ghaibat, okay? And the day of judgment, Malik Yawmiddin. You know that there's something for you in the day of judgment. This life is not the ending, but you will get your own shares in the next world. So what you are doing now in this world is your investment in order to get your shares, your real shares in the next world. So having that in mind, nobody would want to become a bad person or do bad things towards others because they know that they will not be able to run away from the day of judgment. Okay, Malik Yawmiddin, ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Oh Allah, show me the correct way. Show me, Allah, how to read this note, which topic is important. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, ya Allah. I'm helpless, ya Allah. I'm blank, ya Allah. Okay, you seek help from Allah. He is all knowing. He is all hearing you. He is always there for you. It's just that we somehow are forgetful of him. Okay? We somehow always feel that we are alone, but we never be alone. He always be there watching us and just waiting for us to ask him for his help. Okay? So that's the simple thing that you can do. Try to manage your inner peace by investing in that. For example, be focused in your prayer, okay, having make a routine, certain zikrullah, okay, astaghfirullahalazim, astaghfirullahalazim. That's a simple zikir, or just Allah, Allah, Allah. Make Allah near to your heart. I mean, your heart is tight up to Allah, tight up to Allah. So when you achieve that stage, you will feel nothing matters. Okay, I just study. Okay, I just plan. I will plan as much as at my level best. I study. I connect to others. Okay, and after that I submit to Allah. And then whatever outcome is my rezeki, whether it's according to my expectation or not. Whatever outcome is, of course, that is what Allah wants. I want something, but Allah wants something else. So when your heart is connected to Allah, you will never blame Allah for whatever outcome that you have in your life. Okay, so actually, one of the reasons for you to be stressed is actually because you are unable to achieve your expectation or your target. Okay? You want something, but it's beyond your reach, so you become stressful. Or you want to fulfill other person's expectation, you become stressful. Yeah, yeah, normal. Especially as students, you have your parents, your sponsors that you need to satisfy the expectation. It's very stressful, but it's okay. It's okay to be stressful. You have to manage that. You have to manage that stress. Okay, the how other session lah. The how, the detail kan. I just general guidelines how to manage the stress as student. Maybe some of you you manage your stress by connect to people. Okay, you go out with a friend, do shopping ke kan. Okay, it's also part of how you manage your inner peace. Okay? Not only you connect with Allah, but you also connect with others. Don't ever stay alone. Don't ever stay alone. You may not be able to manage or to maintain a good inner peace if you are alone all the time. Sometimes it's good to be alone to focus on something. Okay, for example, you want to pray tahajjud or pray, ask Allah, you need to focus. It's okay, but okay, you have to connect to others. Habla minan nas. Because if you stay alone all the time, there are lots of shaitan going to affect the way you think. You can easily get distracted or become negative, or self-blame. Excessive self-blame also can make you become very freaking out or stressful. You need to stay connected to Allah and to others. Okay. The fourth thing a good student should do is to manage. Mana apa? To manage your mana ni slide controller ni. To manage your workout. It's related to the first point just now. Manage your health.
Yeah.
Okay? Manage your workout. You have to move around. Try to use stairs instead of lift. Try to walk. Okay. When you walk through the campus, not only you can really appreciate the scenery of the campus and Blue Valley, you also have the opportunity to connect with others. See, and also you make your body moving. It's like a car. A car needs to be restarted every day. Otherwise, it's going to be jammed.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to be always on service. Okay, so you really need to work out. Even as simple as a simple stretching. Simple stretching would do, especially when you sit down before the laptop for long. You need to know how to do stretching even while sitting, while on the sitting posture. You should know how lah. You should know how to do the workout within your capacity and capability. Don't force yourself, but put this in your mind. You really need to work out, need to move yourself. It would be good if sometimes you can go out and connect with others. When you do the workout in public, not only you can breathe really nice weather, nice and enjoy the nice scenery. You can also ponder the creation of Allah. You look at the sky, then you feel, wow, very nice day today. It really soothes our heart. And you look
Yeah.
at, at the trees, all the
The
greenish
trees.
trees,
Yeah.
and then it will make us think, mashallah. Yeah, I think I have a problem, but when I look at all the scenery, it really soothes my mind. That's the beauty that Allah had prepared for us. If only la'allakum taqilun. If only you think. Okay? When you work outside, it leads you to think. And whenever you meet up with your friend from Adam Hala or even from the block next door, it's also how you connect with people. Because when you stay in the room, you hardly meet other persons, other students, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes when you go out for workout, you have the chance to meet with others. Habib bin Nas, Silaturrahim. You got rewarded for connecting or maintaining good Silaturrahim. Okay, these are all your shares in order to become good students. Remember, to become good student, I put in the first premise just now. There are matters which are within your control, and there are matters which are beyond your control. Matters which are within your control. All these tips that I'm sharing with you, you can do this. And when you manage to do these 5 things, inshallah, matters which are beyond your control will be managed that will be in the hand of Allah lah, to manage to manage that for you. Okay, the 5th thing that a good student needs to do is to manage your learning techniques. Yeah, you know yourself. What are your strengths? What are your limitations? What are your constraints? What you are good with? What you are bad with? you know yourself better. Then you have to manage lah. Okay, now most of you I would say, if those who are taking legal aspect or legal aspect, at least most of you are graduating student. Okay, by now you should know the best learning technique which are suitable to you. Okay, for example, if you like to study alone, okay, then you have to have your own notes. Okay, and even so, there's no harm if you can spend some time to have a group discussion. Because believe me, when you discuss your knowledge or your understanding with your fellow friend, the one that you teach others, that are going to be very handful in the exam or forever you will remember what you have taught others compared to the one that the one that self study. Sometimes when you self study, you may not be sure which point that you have understood, which point that you may have memorized, but when you manage to explain to others, okay, I think based on my experience as student, yeah, I think I'm among those who have been students among the longest lah as students. self claim. Okay,
Yeah.
ni naik bakul angkat sendiri, self claim. Okay, I've been student longer than you. Okay, in my class, I've told my student.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah, in the secondary school, from remove class, standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lower 6. So 6.5 years, 6.5 years. And entering metric or CFS, 2 solid years. 2 solid years, not 1 year like all of you now. 2 solid years, apa? 8.5 years, 8.5
Yes.
years. And then undergraduate, how many years?
4 years.
5 years, Syariah.
5 years. Oh.
14.5 years. Master 1 year, PhD 3 years. Calculate yourself how long I've been student. the former student. So from my experience as students, I can regard myself as fully understood the subject matter that I'm learning is when I am when I am able to explain to my friend clearly. Okay? There are actually stages now. The first stage, you try to understand in the class. And after the class, you try to collect again all the pieces, Maybe you do your notes, you can refer with the references, textbook, with your friends' notes. That's the second stage. The third stage, you self-study, self-learning. Okay, while with your MP3, okay, enjoying the music. Apa? Sekarang ni Amanda Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. My daughter satu. During my time, Britney Spears.
Yeah. I know Britney Spears.
Okay, and then that's the third stage. But still, there's no assurance that I can tackle the question. So the next stage, refer to the previous master's question so that we know or we have the feel how the question will look like. And from the question also, we will at least have a hint what topic is very important, which always come out in the exam, either in the form of case study question, a problem solving question, essay question, MCQ questions, or whatnot. So refer to the previous master's question. And the next stage, you explain to your friend, maybe in the group discussion or just with the roommate, with the BFF. Okay, come here. What my explanation, whether it's correct or not. Okay? My language, I call it bobe.
Bobe?
I call
What
that
is bobe?
bobe. You ask your Kelantanese friend. What is bobe? Bobe means you talk alone and your friend will check whether what you explain is correct or not. Okay. So that's usually my final stage of learning at the eve of the final exam. Okay, so that is the learning technique that is suitable for me. But based on my experience, your learning, your understanding will not be complete until and when you are able to explain to your friend. Okay?
Yes.
But in order to explain to your friend, you have to invest in your time. Because why? Sometimes you may not be able to have that chance or time to explain. Because why? Last minute study. Last minute. Tomorrow exam. Your notes completed today. Tomorrow exam. So you start all over again when you complete your note. Oh, baru faham topik ni. Oh, ni I understand the topic. And then you need that final time, final moment before the exam for self study. So you have no time to explain to your friend, right?
Yeah.
So you have to make your time. You still have 8 weeks to go before the final exam. Don't make an excuse or lots of assignment, lots of deadlines. Okay, assignment and deadlines also depend on your learning technique, a strategy. Okay, how to look for the references, how to manage the content of the assignment. Okay, the references. You should know what kind of references, where to get the references, apart from relying from Sheikh Google. If you are lucky enough, you will get all good references, just merely depending on Sheikh Google. But if you happen to get a rather complex assignment topic that Sheikh Google may not be able to give you or to suggest you with the credible references, then you have to know other medium of searching for the references. Okay, our library prepared lots of online database that you can access remotely. Okay, please utilize our library because our university invests a lot, okay, in preparing those databases. We don't want to become a student who are cursed by the library. Actually, this category of students who are cursed by the library because they never went to the library or utilize the library facilities. It's such a loss lah. Such a loss because you have all the time, but because you don't manage your time wisely, you manage to lose many opportunities to become a good student. Okay, so manage your learning techniques. All these 5 things that you need to do as students. Okay, again, whatever that you are embarking at, it goes to your niyyah, intention. Why you become a student? Why you are here in UIA? Why you take Islamic Finance subject? Because niyyah will determine the quality of our work, the quality of the outcome of our work. It depends on your niyyah. Okay? If you don't have, if you don't put your niyyah clearly or clearly and straight, okay, the outcome may not be as what you may have expected. Okay, simple. For example, you are watching this sharing. What is your intention? If just merely to watch my lovely face
Yeah.
missing madam so much, then you get like what you want. But if let's say you put your niyyah, okay, I want to watch, I want to learn, and lillahi ta'ala, okay, because I want to become a better person, I want to maximize my time in order for me to have time to ibadah, for learning, to connect with others, to make full use of my time as I am student. Lillahi ta'ala. So this whole session since 3 p.m. just now become or is accounted as ibadah. As ibadah. Okay, not only you get what you expect, you also will be rewarded by Allah. You know? So it's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of time at all. So you need to make your intention clearly, straightly. Why you are doing certain things. Is it for yourself, for the sake of your parents, for the sake of your sponsors, for the sake of your boyfriend or girlfriend? Okay, you will get what you want. Okay, because everything depends on your intention. Okay, so make your intention clear and enjoy the fruits of your intention. Okay. Also, I would like to draw you to the reality that each one of us here has a duty as a leader in us. We should have a self-control. Okay? Each one of you, me, and all of you outside there. You should have a self-control as Khalifah because each one of us is a Khalifah, leader, a self-made leader. That Allah had chosen us as a leader in this world, Khalifah. So what a leader should do? Even you are a nerd person or you never mix with others, you think that you have a very low self-esteem, you think that you are nobody, you think you are very bad, no uh, no room to return. I mean, tiada jalan pulang lah contoh kan. There's no point for you to become a good person. No. Okay, all of you are Khalifah, okay, leader in you, which you have to manage that. This is the concept of Khalifah, Istikhlaf. Next slide, concept of Istikhlaf. Okay, what is the concept of Istikhlaf? Okay, concept Istikhlaf. Okay. You see here, you are the student, the one in red, okay, student. Okay, as student, you are human being. You are Allah's creation, God sent messenger in this world. What's the purpose of your life? What's the purpose of your life? Your life purpose, whether you realize or not, is actually to return to Him one fine day. Okay? Allah let us to transit in this world, and we are not going to be here forever. Sooner or later, we are going to return to Him. So we want to make sure throughout our transit in this world, we become a highly impactful person in this life. This is our implicit contract with Allah, the one in number 1 though. That is our implicit contract. We have actually agreed with Allah. I will return back to you, Allah, and I want to return with in a good condition. I want to bring impact to this world that you let me in for a while. And in order to do that, you have to connect with others. The explicit contract, kan? The explicit contract number 2. Okay, you have to connect with others. How you connect with your parents? How you connect with your family members? How you connect with your teachers, lecturers? How you connect with your friends? See, that will shape, you, who you are before you actually return back to Allah. Okay, all these are the shares that you're going to collect and bring together with you before you face Allah again. Okay? And the best student, not only he managed to collect shares, good shares with him before he returned to Allah, he also bring impact to other person, okay, in by explicit contract. And he want other person also return to Allah together with these shares with him. Okay, impactful students bring goodness. Wherever he go, he bring goodness to others. Impactful effects to others. So this is the concept of istikhlaf. All right. So this is our reality. Okay. And next, what are the features, characteristic of a leader in you? Okay, a leader in you. Next slide. Sorry, typo. Concept of Khalifah. Concept of Astron leadership. Sorry lah. This minute preparing the slides. Okay, the features. This one, it's easier said than done actually. Okay. Self-reflect, muhasabah, self-criticize, self-govern, self-advise. Easier said than actually done, actually. But it's okay. We just continue. Having realized this, we try step by step, bit by bit. Perhaps we'll begin with self-muhasabah first. So please self-muhasabah more than reflecting other people's. Self-muhasabah more than you muhasabah other person. In fact, most of our problems, actually, most of our stress level are because we tend to reflect other persons more than ourselves. We are more concerned to other persons' affairs than ourselves. We tend to judge people. Then we must say, why I think of like this to other person? Why I think so much negative to him or to her? So we have this negative presumption. We was about the person, but we hardly ask ourselves, oh, now I'm actually backbiting my friend. Self-muhasabah, self-reflect, self-criticize. Before other person criticize you, you criticize yourself first. And nobody is perfect. Okay, but of course, you also have to be ready to be criticized. And be thankful to Allah. We are good or we look good because Allah hide our imperfections, our aib. Yes. Our imperfections are concealed by Allah. But nobody is perfect. The perfections are all belongs to Allah. So before somebody else criticize you, okay, self-criticize yourself. Self-govern. Self-govern means self-control. You are the one who can control yourself. Your parent cannot control you. You are now over 20, 21. Cannot control. Even I myself cannot control my son now, my daughter. They are already youngsters, okay? Young adult. Okay, no matter how long I nag them, even if I share the same thing with you now, I don't think they will appreciate this. But yeah, it's okay. That's the duty of a parent and a teacher to keep on reminding watawasaw bil haq, watawasaw bis sabr, repeatedly reminding. And you take that as nagging or belating. But it's actually saying watawasaw bis sabr. Keep on reminding with passion. So as an individual, you need to have this self-restraint, self-control, self-govern. Best lah series ni. I want to watch another series. The clock is ticking 2 in the morning. You have to self. Oh no. I have to stop now. There's always be a tomorrow, kan?
Yeah.
I love my life, my health more. I need to get enough sleep. Okay, Hyun Bin can wait. Apa BTS can wait.
Yeah.
Lah, I have 6 children. Korea, K-pop.
K-pop.
Musyarakah, self-advice. Self-advice. No matter how stressful or you feel down, Kelantan Estate, jangan tergelebok, fratungging. See, you have to ask your friend. Jangan tergelebok, fratungging. You feel frustrated, you feel that you are at the end of the world, very low. And nobody are there for you. But remember, first, you have Allah. And you have yourself. So you need to go forward and advise to yourself. Self-love first. You have to love yourself first and self-advise. No, I'm not a bad person. I may make mistake, but I'm a good person in heart. Why? Because everybody that Allah put in this world are all the best selection. Allah has selected us to be in this world. There are millions or even countless alam ruh, asking Allah a chance to be born into this world. But why Allah chose us to be born in this world? To go through this beautiful world experience, blissful life. Why? Because you are the chosen one. And when you, throughout your journey to return to Allah, we face many difficulties, many challenges, many temptations, many distractions. But don't give up. Just continue walking towards Allah. Okay? Even there's nobody by your side, you have Allah and you have yourself. You have to have this self-advice and self-govern. Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, having that in mind, you'll be fine sooner or later. And in fact, these are the features of the Prophet. Okay, these are the features of the Prophet. And the Prophet has taught us at least these 4 characteristics that we can benefit from those 4. For example, the feature of Siddiq. Okay, be true. Be true to yourself. Be honest to yourself and to others. Okay, come clean. Be responsible. Okay, be accountable. That is amanah. Okay, accountability, responsibility. Dah tengok K-drama semalam kan? Overslept kan today? Overslept. You miss your class?
No, I don't have class today.
Whatever lah. You okay lah. Other person may have missed the class. Overslept. So, come clean. Text your lecturer, madam, sorry, I overslept. Madam may accept or may not accept. You have to face the consequence. You have to face the consequence. Even deducting marks. That's your rezeki. That's your rezeki that day. That is the essence of Siddiq, being true. You don't run away from your problem or issue. Face it with smiles. Because all that are the modules that Allah have prepared for you to go through, whether it's painful, whether it's blissful, all that are part of the modules that are uniquely designed for you alone. For you, Karyato, for me,
Najwa, madam.
Najwa. Okay, your module may not be similar to my module of life. That's why you never compare yourself with your friend. Okay, but what is matters is your heart, the way you accept to this module, this fate. You memanglah tak nak overslept. You really have, set the alarm, but still overslept. Okay? Alhamdulillah, rezeki, quality sleep. But you have to be responsible for the consequence. You have to make up your subuh prayer, for example. You have to face your lecturer, for example. You have to make up your class. All that. Don't run away from your problem. Face it. Amanah. Fatanah mean brilliance. Fatanah, bijaksana, brilliant. Okay, all of us are brilliant. Because knowledge, skills are acquired, not natural born. Genius tu. Hypothesis, yeah. Hypothesis. Or perhaps the module that Allah prepare for that lah. But any gift by Allah come with a responsibility. Nothing is for free. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, we are just a normal person, but we are brilliant. Why? Because we want to become brilliant. We acquire more knowledge, more skills in order to become brilliant. It is an acquired skill. Tabligh. Tabligh ni lah. You connect with people. You share with people. Okay, whatever knowledge that you have, you share. Even as simple as knowledge to do nice lights, for example, or knowledge how to cook Maggie. How to cook healthy Maggie, for example. Ada healthy Maggie.
Yeah.
Healthier Maggie. It's a skill. Then you can share, you can teach your friend that knowledge. So these are the essence of connecting with others actually. Tabligh. So this actually a part of our investment in order to manage the uncontrollable factors just now. Okay, that I mentioned, most of our life are exposed or are vulnerable to the uncontrollable factors. But we can manage the uncontrollable factors by putting investments in connecting to Allah and connecting to the fellow people. Okay, either your friends or your family members or your teachers. So that's how to become a good student. All that I've shared with you today, okay, is from my own takeaway, from my own experience throughout the 46 years of schools of life. 46, yeah? Schools of life. So whatever good takeaways, please benefit it. Okay, and maybe some of you have different advantages, strengths, ability. So you can do more wonders. And those who are still struggling, okay, perhaps this can give you motivations and encouragement. Okay, because you are not at the end of the world. Okay, and you are actually in a stage that you have to be always thankful to Allah. So next lah, conclusion lah. Almost 1 hour dah ni. Almost 1 hour. Okay, so as a conclusion, how to be a good and impactful student. First, you need to have a clear and realistic objective. Okay, your target for the semester. You think how many subjects, how many A's they want to obtain. You have to have a clear and realistic objective. You have to consider your situation, your strengths, your limitations, your opportunities. SWOT analysis. Okay, you have to have an objective. No objective, you may be easily distracted or diverted. Always do good deeds. Always do good deeds. Whenever you wake up in the morning, you think of, what to do today? What good thing I can do? Can help others? Remember Surah Al-Asr? Okay. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Okay, those who always do good deeds will never be minal khasirin, unfortunate. Thirdly, have a good relationship with parents, lecturers, and fellow students. They are all the source of blessing, especially your parents, the source of blessings. Fourthly, have full confidence in yourself. Okay, don't look down to yourself. Play your role effectively, whatever role lah, whether as a son, daughter, as a friend, okay, as a student, and you are capable to manage all the 5 things earlier that we have discussed just now. Remember, one of the signs that you are a good student and you continue to become a good student is one of the signs, one of the indicator. You will feel that your life are blessed life. A good student will have a blessed life. You feel your life is blessed. What are the indicators that your life are blessed? Or that you are indeed a good student, impactful and good student. There are two indicators. Next, first, indicators of good life or blessing. As-sa'adah, tranquility, true happiness, inner peace. You feel that you are peaceful, happy. 10 deadlines, good. This week, happy. There's a way. Yeah, I prepared, but I'm not so sure whether my preparation is sufficient or not. We'll see how. You have this inner peace, but nobody can understand your inner struggle. But okay, even when you got scolded by your parents or your lecturer, but you accept that with an open heart. Yeah, you are not that too defensive. Okay, as-sa'adah al-haqiqiyah, tranquility and happiness. That's one of the indicator of a blessed life. Berkat, hidup yang berkat. Second, az-ziyadah. Az-ziyadah, improvement, increment. You feel that you become a better person each day. Okay, you improve your quality, you improve your health quality, your life quality, your time quality, time management. You know that you become a better person this semester. You manage to get a better grade. You have a better relationship with your roommate, for example, with a teammate than the previous semester. So that's among the signs of barakah. So with that, I think I've been talking too much today. So any benefits, positive takeaways for the past 1 hour session, all that actually come from ilham and hidayatullah. Okay, Allah actually has led me to have all these points to share with you. But remember, this is also not for the student, but also for all of us here. And any weaknesses, constraints, perhaps something that may be not suitable, all that from my own weaknesses. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so with that, I end my presentation with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Do you have any question?
If you guys have any question, please comment on the chat box.
I don't think there's any question,
Yeah.
Okay lah.
Okay, madam. I feel motivated after hear your talk because I also don't know how to be a good student. I also have many negative quality to me because as I just want to share. Actually, I'm not comfortable with hosting for today actually because I'm not the one who talk up in front of people, but I take this challenge to be a better self. So when I hear your talk, so I feel motivated with your talk. So that I can improve myself also. Okay. I hope you guys feel motivated too, like me. And you guys know how to be a good student and will improve ourselves to be a better person also. And finally, we have come to the end of our session. I would like to thank Dr. Irwani for the informative and the interesting talk and also motivation, and the audience for replying at the chat box. Hopefully today's sharing session will be beneficial for everybody. Okay. We end our sharing session today with Tasbih, Farah and Sultan As. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
And
Take care.
Madam too.
Stay
Yeah,
blessed.
take care to Madam, and hopefully your event tonight berjalan dengan lancar.
Let's hope how the magic works.
Okay.